Good morning students. Our next chapter is chapter number 8, Indian National Congress. Clear? So in this chapter we will learn about the Indian National Congress, what was the main objective of Indian National Congress, and not Indian National Congress, Indian National Army and the forward bloc. In this chapter we will learn about the Indian National Army, INA. Clear? So that is the chapter number 8, important chapter. So in this chapter first I will tell you about the Subhash Chandra Bose, that was the main leader of INA, Indian National Army. Clear? So Subhash Chandra Bose, he was a person who was the main leader of Indian National Army, and he, after completing his studies over here, he went to England. Clear? And after that when he went to England, over there he passed the Indian Civil Service examination. He was a person who first passed the Indian Civil Service examination. Clear? But he resigned from the civil service. With this service which was adopted by him after passing the examination, he resigned from the civil service because he did not want to work under the British Crown. Clear? He was a person who raised his voice against the British government. He did not want to work under the British Crown, so that's why he left that service, he left that post. Clear? So Subhash Chandra Bose, he actively part in the politics. Clear? He entered into the politics at the age of 24 only, when he was only 24-year-old. During that time he entered into the politics. Clear? And in that field he became a Swarajist. And which type of method he adopted to fulfill their aims? That is revolutionary method. He was a young man who adopted revolutionary method. He believed in agitation and resorted to revolutionary method for the attainment of Swaraj. The main purpose of Subhash Chandra Bose was also, that was the demand of India during that time, that to attain Swaraj. So to fulfillment that aim, he adopted revolutionary method. Clear? As in previous videos that we learned that Gandhiji adopted non-violent method. To fulfill the same aim, he adopted non-violent method, but Subhash Chandra Bose adopted the revolutionary method. Clear? So they can ask the question, that examiner can ask the question, that which type of method adopted by the Subhash Chandra Bose or which type of method adopted by Gandhiji. Clear? The method they can ask, that differentiate between the method which is adopted by both of them. Clear? So he was a person, Subhash Chandra Bose was a person who criticized Gandhiji when non-cooperation movement. In previous chapter we learned that non-cooperation movement was started by Gandhiji, and because of the Chorachori incident he withdraw that movement. So because of this action of Gandhiji, Subhash Chandra Bose criticized him because he did not believe in the method which was adopted by the Gandhiji to fulfillment the Swaraj. Clear? So he criticized him. So after that, when the session of Congress in 1938, when the session of Congress in Haripura was set, during that time the Bose was unanimously elected as the president of the Congress. So at the session of Haripura Congress session, he was elected as a president. Subhash Chandra Bose was elected as the president of the Congress. Clear? So All India National Planning Committee was formally inaugurated by Bose only. Clear? So because of this revolutionary method, one rift was made in the ideas of Gandhiji and in the ideas of Subhash Chandra Bose. So he elected as the president of Congress, Bose, and there was a rift with Gandhiji on different issue. So first issue was that policy of large scale industrialization. Clear? So Subhash Chandra Bose favored the policy of large scale industrialization. Instead of that, Gandhiji was favored the idea of small scale industry. So their ideas were different. Next was Subhash Chandra Bose favored using tax he was in the favor of using tact while dealing the opponent. Whenever he believed that whenever we are going to deal with the opponent, try to use tacts. But instead of that, Gandhiji was very straightforward, and he put their demands in front of the government very straightforward. He was not using any kind of tact to fulfill their demands. Next is wanted Congress. He wanted, yani Subhash Chandra Bose wanted Congress to help people of princely state. Clear? So at the Tripura session of Congress, when 1939, in this year, on that year, that Tripura session was organized, and during that Tripura session, what we saw the widening of the gulf between the two wings of Congress party. One wing is the left wing, which was led by the Subhash Chandra Bose. So left wing, which was led by the Bose, wanted the Congress to help the princely state, but whereas Gandhiji criticized their demands. Clear? So next is wanted to take advantages of the difficulty of British. So he was a person who believed that if British government was in difficult situation, tried to took advantages of that situation. But Gandhiji was not in that favor. So we can say that there are number of issues which was made him different. Means Gandhiji and Subhash Chandra Bose were anti towards each other on different issues. Clear? So because of that reason only, forward bloc was organized by the left wing party of the Congress, which was led by Subhash Chandra Bose. Clear? So what happened during that time? Rift in the Congress also. After the rift with the Gandhiji, rift in Congress also made. Next event means after the when we saw that the number of issues, the ideas of Subhash Chandra Bose or Gandhiji were different. So because of that reason only, there was a rift between Congress also. How? That when Tripura session was organized, Congress Tripura session in 1939, during that time Gandhiji tried to stop the Subhash Chandra Bose from standing re-election of president. As in previous election, he was elected as a president for the post of president. So in the Tripura session, Gandhiji opposed. He was trying to stop the Subhash Chandra Bose for standing the re-election of a president. Clear? Instead of that, he fell his choice on Pratibha Sitar Maya. So Pratibha, he was in the favor of that person. Clear? For the presidentship candidate. So he put full his weight on his own choice, on his nominee's favor, Gandhiji. Clear? Instead of that, because of this action which was took by the Gandhiji, Subhash Chandra Bose won the election, and majority of votes he won, and he again was elected as a president of Congress. So Gandhiji declared that the defeat of Bose rival was his own defeat. Means he was in favor of, Gandhiji was in favor of another person. So he said that his defeat means Gandhiji's defeat. So as consequently 13 members of the Congress working committee resigned. Means those who are with the Gandhiji, they resigned from their post. Working committee which was set at Wardha, among that working committee 13 members give resignation. So this created a deadlock between Gandhiji and Subhash Chandra Bose. So Gandhi wing began to oppose the president to make it possible for him to work, and Bose resigned. Because of this action of Gandhiji, Bose resigned from the presidentship of Congress, and after that he organized left wing party under the leadership of Subhash Chandra Bose. Left wing party of Congress, known as one block was formed by him, that is forward bloc. Clear? So this party is known as forward bloc, which was formed by the Subhash Chandra Bose. What was the main objective of this bloc? That question is the main question. Examiner can ask in detail answer that which bloc is known as forward bloc, who was the leader of forward bloc, and what was the main objective. That is the main question. So after attaining independence, Forward bloc would work for the establishment of socialist state. That was the main idea of the forward bloc, that after independence that forward bloc worked for the socialist state. So under this three the main aim was decided by the forward bloc. One is reorganization of agriculture and industry on socialist line. Second is abolition of jamidari system. Next is introduction of new monetary and credit system. That was the three main purpose of forward bloc. One is organization of agriculture and industries. Another one is abolition of jamidari system, and third one is introduction of new monetary and credit system. So that is the main objective. Next is Netaji arrested and escape. After making the forward bloc under the left wing party, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was arrested under the Defence of India rule. He went on hunger strike. After this he went on hunger strike, and because of this strike only his health was declining rapidly. So what happened? Gandhiji, government released him. Government released Subhash Chandra because of their health condition. Thereafter he was kept on house arrest and in the custody of vigilance of officers. But Subhash Chandra Bose, travelling through Peshawar and Russia, he reached to Berlin, and there when he reached to Germany, Subhash Chandra Bose welcomed by them as a leader, Netaji, and greeted him as a Jai Hind. So Germany welcomed him as their leader. Clear? So he frequently urged his countrymen of India on the radio to raise their arms against the British government. Means he was living over there, and only on that country, in foreign country only, he made urge of Indian peoples to raise their arms against the British government. Clear? So another work done by the Subhash Chandra Bose was that he also founded the Free India Center in Rome and Paris. So Rome and Paris Free India Center was established by Subhash Chandra Bose. Clear? So after that Indian Independence League was decided by, means number of association was formed. So because of that association, when number of association was formed in different countries, so after that that association, out of these associations only, the new idea was born on leaders of leaders of India, that Indian Independence League should be established. Clear? So to give that definite shape of this idea was given by Rash Bihari Bose. The name of next person is Rash Bihari Bose. He gave shape to that idea, and who lived in Singapore during that time, and he started convey the idea of Indian National Army. So INA, this INA, Indian National Army, this idea was conceived by the Malaya, by Mohan Singh. That is a Mohan Singh. You can see that in the picture, army IN standing in lines, and this person Mohan Singh was the main person in Malaya who conceived this idea of Rash Bihari Bose of forming INA. Clear? So that idea was conceived by that person Mohan Singh, an Indian officer. Who was he? He was an Indian officer in the British Indian Army. So he was an Indian who served for the Indian British Army. He decided not to join the retreating British Army, or instead of that he went to Japanese for help. So he left the British Army and went to Japanese help. So the Japanese had till then only encouraged civilian Indians to join anti-British organization, but no concept of forming a military wing consisting of Indians. They had no idea, they had no concept of forming the Indians army, clear, which consisted only Indians. So Indian prisoners of wars, POWs, means prisoners of wars, were handed over by the Japanese to Mohan Singh. So he was a person to whom the Japanese handed over all the prisoners. So all that prisoners who inducted them into the INA. Means by Mohan Singh, all that prisoners are inducted into the INA, as well as number of people, thousands of people, means 40,000 above men were willingly joined the INA under the leadership of Mohan Singh. Clear? So the fall of Singapore during that time was also very crucial, and they brought 45,000 Indian POWs, means prisoners of war, 40,000 prisoners of war into the Mohan Singh's spheres. Clear? So means Japanese also handed over POWs to Mohan Singh, as well as Singapore also gave POWs, means prisoners of war, to Mohan Singh, and they inducted all prisoners of war into INA. Clear? So one Indian National Army was formed. Number of people willingly joined this army, means 40,000, above 40,000, one estimate given to them that above 40,000 willingly joined this army, and it was made clear that meeting of leader of Indian community and the Indian army officers that the INA would go into action only the invitation of Indian National Congress, as well as only the invitation of people of India. Means one army was formed by Mohan Singh as well as Rash Bihari Bose, but that army only work, that decision was taken by the committee members, by the community members, that they work out only on the invitation of Indian National Congress or the invitation of people of India. Clear? Now next is one conference was organized in Tokyo. One conference was organized, and different officers of Indian officers, both military and civil, they proceeded to Tokyo to meet the Japanese High Command, and over there one decision was taken that to expand and strengthen the Indian Independence League, try to expand. That decision was taken, that is a necessity of demand of that time, that it should be extended. Then next decision was taken that to form under the overall command of the League on Indian National Army. Next is to hold a conference at Bangkok to consolidate these decisions. 3 decisions were taken. One is to expand and strengthen the Indian Independence League. Second one is to form under the overall command of the League on Indian National Army. Then third is to proceed these ideas, one more conference was organized on Bangkok. So another conference was organized at Bangkok to implement these decisions. Then in that conference, 150 delegates, more than 150 delegates from different countries were present over that. Means different countries, peoples represented of different countries were present at that conference, and they passed one resolution at Bangkok. That conference is known as Bangkok Conference, and under this, one is invitation to Subhash Chandra Bose. One proposal was given, one decision was taken by this, that invitation was given to Subhash Chandra Bose to come from Europe to lead this movement. So that was decided that Indian National Congress should be led by Subhash Chandra Bose at Bangkok Conference. Next is election of Rash Bihari Bose as a President of Council. So who become the President of this President of Council? That is Rash Bihari Bose. Next is Mohan Singh, appointment of Mohan Singh as a Commander-in-Chief of the Indian National Army. So Mohan Singh, Commander of Chief, Subhash Chandra Bose was the main leader, person who lead that movement, and Rash Bihari Bose was the president. That decision was taken at Bangkok Conference. Now contribution, examiner can ask that write down the contribution which was made by Subhash Chandra Bose towards India. So first contribution, that he gave the slogans Delhi Chalo and Jai Hind. So they can ask in 2 marks question, name the slogans which was given by the Subhash Chandra Bose. So that is Delhi Chalo and Jai Hind. Clear? Next is Supreme Commander. He was a Supreme Commander. Provincial Government of Free India at Singapore also formed by him, as well as Rome in Paris, that also formed by Subhash Chandra Bose. he declared war on Britain and the USA. He gave call to the soldier, give me blood, I shall give you freedom. The famous saying, give me blood and I shall give you freedom. That also said by the Subhash Chandra Bose. Clear? So, he was a person who led it. Now, objective, main objective of INA. They can ask that name the objectives. So, main objectives of INAs were to organize an armed revolution, to fight the British army with modern arms. The main objective of INA is to organize the armed revolution to fight the British army. Next is, since it was not possible for the Indians to organize an armed revolution for their homeland, this task must be assigned to the Indians living abroad. So, Indians who live abroad, that task was given to them, particularly on Indians living in East Asia, to organize a provisional government of free India in order to mobilize all the forces effectively. That was the main objective. To mobilization of Indian manpower and money for total war. And the last main motto of that INA was that unity, faith and sacrifice. So, they can ask the motto of INA also, unity, faith and sacrifice. So, 5-6 objectives were there. Try to learn it as well as write in your copies. Clear? So, next is the provisional government, which was provisional government of free India at Singapore. Also, one of the main contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose, that was a main part. And when Japan handed over Andaman and Nicobar Island to India on November 1943, Bose renamed them Shahid and Swaraj Island. So, examiner can ask about the name of Andaman and Nicobar Island, which was given by Subhash Chandra Bose. So, for Andaman, Shahid for Andaman, and another one is Nicobar, that is Swaraj Island. Clear? So, that were the two names which was given by the Subhash Chandra Bose for Andaman and Nicobar Island. Clear? So, that was one of the main contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose. Clear? Azad Hind, that army also known as Azad Hind. Clear? Indian National Army, that is also known as the Azad Hind. Clear? So, that is the main part of your syllabus, that we have to learn the contribution, number of contribution made by the Subhash Chandra Bose. Try to learn it as well as write it. Clear? Please try to do the chapter reading. Chapter reading is very useful for you. You are able to write extra questions, or you are able to write the answers of extra question only when you learn the chapter thoroughly, when you read the chapter thoroughly. So, please try to make reading of your chapter completely, as well as try to solve the back exercise question answers also. Thank you.